September 30th, 2014. I'm sitting here in the car. It's nighttime. I'm downloading a few things on my phone, and all my kids got the chargers. So what's Dad do? He has to go to his vehicle. So anyway, um, about this Ebola virus and some of the things that's going on. I did a little video yesterday on the Ebola virus, but the CDC came out today and claims that there's a couple things going on. One, that there's a particular individual that's in Texas right now that they believe has the Ebola virus, and they're running tests on him, and he's being quarantined in a hospital, and they're acting really weird about it. Now, out of the same breath, we keep getting reports of these deaths every day in Africa, and they're up to 3,000. I really think that the 3,000 is a minute number, and here's my reason why. When 87% of the people going to the hospitals over there right now are being told to go back home because they don't have enough room for patients, because the hospitals are full of Ebola virus victims, I would say. So you got that. The other thing, they came out and said that in 90 days they believe that 1.5 million people will be infected with the Ebola virus, and over 700,000 of them, or 700,000 people, would be dead by that time. Now, we've been creeping up every day, 50 here, 100 here. 90 days from now come on. You're going from 3,000 victims, supposedly, to 700,000 in 90 days. Something's not being told here, and the story is, the true story is probably by body bags, if you counted them, in Africa. When they're quarantining off a city of 2 to 3 million in population and not allowing people to go out of their homes, and these people right now are having trouble just getting food, then there's a bigger issue here than 2,000 and 3,000 people. I think that is just a number to keep the population at bay, keep them from panicking. And I believe that we have a lot more people over in the United States right now that have the Ebola virus than what they're saying. They're letting people walk around with no mask on and coming into hospitals, and there's all kinds of reports out that prove that this is airborne. And if you ask the CDC, though, it's not. It's all fluid related, passing fluids. So, from 3,000 to 700,000 estimated in 90 days. So, I just don't get it. It don't sound right to me. And what I think is really going on here, that if that's true, the true number of Ebola deaths right now are probably maybe hundreds of thousands, a couple 100,000, maybe something like that. For that to be that kind of number in 90 days. So, everybody should, pay attention, watch out. And then also, they're going to come out with this, miracle cure shot that everybody should have to take. And I have a feeling that that's going to turn mutated into something far worse. I'm not going to take it. I've already told my wife, they come out with some type of mandatory Ebola shot, I'm not going to take it. I don't. The government's the one that has the patent on this. The United States government. They made it. They created it. They know exactly what they're doing. We go back to the Georgia Guidestones, where they are wanting this depopulation to 500 million worldwide. And they put in their new cornerstone here a while back of 2014 But they also removed it because it got a lot of flack and they didn't realize that so many people were paying attention. The bottom line to all this is 2014, I truly believe, is the beginning of the pestilence and diseases that hit this planet. And also, I believe that we're not just dealing with the Ebola virus, we're dealing with a lot of mutation viruses that are out there right now. We're dealing with ISIS and multiple other groups that hate Christians, hate freedom, and they are like a plague, you might want to say, going around the world and killing everything in their path. And then we have the multiple wars all over the world. And then we have the hatred and the despise of our Lord Jesus Christ everywhere. You know, doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what's going on. You know, I mean, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I can tell you this, it doesn't take much to look out your window and see what really is going on here. And in our current leader, we all know where he stands when it comes to Christians, morals, freedom, gun rights, everything that is true American. We know where he stands. So, you know, this is a wake-up call. This Ebola virus, I don't know if it's the Ebola virus or some other mutated virus that's going to pop up and do what the Bible talks about, pestilence and diseases killing a third of mankind in different phases. So it could be that, it could be something else. This could be the beginning of this, and it spreads into something worse. But people should really be paying attention. Kids at school should be watching how, you know, the other kids, if they're getting sick. Really keep your hands washed and cleaned. And it's probably not even, it'll come down to it where it won't even be safe to go out to a restaurant and eat. Unless you're cooking your own food, unless you're buying your own food, you know where it's coming from, the beef and all that. It probably won't even be safe to eat out. So I can see where this is going. And this thing just multiplies into other areas that are far worse. So anyway, September 30th, 2014, you know, 3 more months, this whole planet could look totally different. Only God knows. You guys have a good day.